Also, uh, uh, as I did it, I saw it go from clean water to dirty, and it made me want to throw up. Like, you know, when it just cashes out and just shoots right in, and and you're like, I was gonna say it normally goes live like a minute after I actually go live. Like it lets. Don't hit. I was gonna say I don't have that set up yet. Yeah, that's probably a good thing to get. TWF, no mercy combat. We bring the pain, you bring the pound. Ladies and gentlemen, TWF is starting here. We are gonna get going after the start of the hour here. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Troy, you there? Troy? What do we Jabroni? Jabroni came and hit first, and then he's not even here. What the hell? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the TWF proudly brings to you. We are no longer doing TWF Monday Mayhem, but now Thursday Turbo once again, as the schedule has changed. We were moved over on the network, and we will be bringing you the hottest wrestling on Thursdays for the foreseeable future. So until then, no more Monday Mayhem, Thursday Turbo. We have our first match will be a television title match here, ladies and gentlemen, as we switch on over We play a blurb real quick, make sure those are all working before we take this off, and we get into our first matchup. How's that up? OBS. There we are, I hear him now. And does OBS pick them up? Yes, it does. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, our first matchup here is going to be Dalen Storm defending his television championship against Nathan Hammerstone. Nathan Hammerstone is a fierce competitor when it comes to those tag team divisions, and he's ready to break out and trying to make his name against Dylan Two Belts over here and win that television championship from him. Pufflord86.
Hello, stream. Hello, chat. I will be co-commentating today. I will be AFK for about 2 matches because I gotta run around and do stuff, but I will be here for the majority of the day today. So,
Pufflord86 going to be doing some great commentating here, our color commentator here on TWF. Tyler the Cactus made his return to TWF last week at the end of our show, and he beat Matthew James up, bringing in a new person. And the Cactus said you were going to see him in action here tonight, and Matthew better watch his back for what he's done. As we get started here and get started with our first matchup, Nathan Hammerstone and Dylan Storm for the television championship. Prediction is live, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you got on this one? Do you think that the champion's going to retain, or do you think Nathan Hammerstone will take it here? DeJounte Winters, the Golden Vision is here in full swing here on TWF Turbo, making their way. Tyreek looking sharp, ready to make his way to the ring as Nathan Hammerstone set to do battle against Dylan Storm, the Demon Prince. Dylan Storm did happen to beat the Puff Lord of O-Block and take his U.S. title, making him a double champion once again and a 6-time United States champion here in TWF. So Troy, as a competitor in that ring, how does it feel to have that title lost to Dylan Storm? We also saw the return of the Cactus on TWFtv. After getting jumped and taken out, the inmates were running wild here in TWF, and now it's looking like TWF is getting ready. Dylan Storm makes his way with that TWF television championship around his shoulder, and he carries that United States champion and holds it high above his head. This man said he is here to do God's work in TWF. You know that his brother Cody Storm has to be looking on from the back or watching at home. I haven't seen him in the back in a couple of months here at TWF. He's got to be jealous. Dylan Storm holding the World Championships above his head. This man, known as the Giant Slayer around here, a smaller competitor, holding the World Championships 7 times here in TWF. Nathan Hammerstone, a 3-time tag team champion, will be facing off trying to win that television championship here tonight. Oh yeah, Dylan Storm defending his television championship here tonight. We weren't able to find Cody Storm in the back when the booking committee were looking to get him into a match.
The technician, Nathan Hammerstone.
So Hammerstone told the commission, I want a singles title shot. I think I deserve it. I'm one of the best tag team wrestlers around. I want to prove my worth as a single star. The Golden Vision backing him as well. We have Dylan Storm, the man who walked the path of every champion here. Just woke up. Get a little chance to watch some TWF action. Dylan Storm holding that television championship with vigor here, ready to be one of the best.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hammerstone, Storm, the very first meeting between these two. One-on-one action is Hammerstone immediately starting off hot. Dylan Storm takes a bump, falling on his back here. Collar and elbow tie up, these two jockeying for position. Dylan Storm, a very good technical wrestler, and able to walk Hammerstone to the back, showing the power that Dylan Storm possesses here. And he throws a big punch and goes to for a big cross body, takes him down. Hammerstone not looking good here as Tyreek and DeJounte looking onwards. Hammerstone with a discus big boot, but Dylan Storm sidestepped out and brings him down with a tilt-a-whirl facebuster. Very quick action. Here's DeJounte starts talking smack, saying that he would beat him in the ring one-on-one. But that delivers the distraction that Hammerstone needed. Hello, if it isn't the O-Block Warrior himself, Troy Nolan, getting on the mic here at the commentary booth backstage. As a former United States champion here in TWF, what are your thoughts on Dylan Storm?
I have to say Dylan Storm really took me to the limit, and I'm really impressed that he decided to come out with the victory that night.
Impressive indeed. This man said you were sleeping on his name, and he wanted to prove that he is one of the best to do it here in TWF, and he really is one of the best to ever do it. But we have some of the best competition for him and all the other viewers at home. Troy Nolan is was one of the strongest books of United States champions we've had in a long time, and he ran into the immovable object known as the Demon Prince.
And we made a big kaboom.
The jawbreaker. Collar and elbow tie up now as Hammerstone sends Dylan Storm off the ropes and goes for a roll up like a quick pinfall, but no, Storm had it scouted and drops a knee, trying to bust Hammerstone open, but Hammerstone quickly using those legs. Storm kipping up. What do you think of that Riders of the Storm finisher, that famouser that Dylan Storm loves to use?
It's quite deadly. I had to go to the hospital and make sure that I didn't get my neck broken.
The Cactus has talked numerous times how he has had his bell rung one too many times from a Riders of the Storm. Hammerstone pulling himself over under those ropes. It looks like the Golden Vision might be trying to get the referee's attention, but Dylan Storm not trying to be distracted here. He's on his A game, as we see. As we see a phone call is happening at our commentary booth, we see Hammerstone flying and doesn't quite get all of it, but it's enough to take Dylan Storm down. That looked like it hurt landing on the outside there. Collar and elbow as we see Dylan Storm sent into the ring. Referee at a 3 count here. 20 counts in TWF for all title matches, ladies and gentlemen. These guys going the distance as Hammerstone with the sidestep, but Dylan Storm with that Pele kick, and I think that busted him wide open. Hammerstone with a big kick out of 2. Sending him out. Hammerstone throwing a big punch as he brings Storm back into the ring and lays right into him. Hammerstone bringing Dylan Storm, drag his head right into that mat on the TWF logo as the referee taking forever to get into position, going for the cover though. Will this be enough to put Dylan Storm down? No, it is not enough to put Dylan Storm down. He has him in a submission. Looks like the Rings of Saturn applied on Storm, but he lets him out. Might have been losing his grasp there. The cover here by Dylan Storm on Hammerstone. Will this be enough to get the win here as Hammerstone barely getting a shoulder up, showing that this man is fighting tooth and nail. He wants that television title more than Dylan Storm is willing to put up for it. Kicked in the head by Hammerstone. Hammerstone trying to get that momentum, but Dylan Storm keeps cutting him off at every corner. But Dylan Storm in the... Oh, as I say that, I was saying he was looking bad as DeJounte Winters trying to get people behind Dylan Storm. Or behind Dylan Storm. Behind Nathan Hammerstone here as who is facing Dylan Storm, excuse me. A big turnbuckle drop kick. Hammerstone seeing why Dylan Storm is the Demon Prince in this ring here. What a big sidestep. No, a springboard Hurricane Run. I thought that was... Oh, but Hammerstone immediately gets up to a super kick. Oh, no. We've seen him kip up and go for the spear immediately. But Dylan Storm knew it was one step ahead at every moment. Bro, that is super tough. Dylan Storm was just like on top of it, bro. That big elbow by Hammerstone showing the risk he's willing to call him a young buck with all those super kicks. Bro, it's dead ass. Man, these replays are... Four super kicks you counted? I counted 3. I didn't see the 4th one. I might have missed one. But yeah, that super kick, kipping up right into a super kick is like whiplash from a car wreck. That's all I can say about that. Jeez Louise. Dylan Storm proving that this man is on fire here in TWF. Celebrating with both his championships, center of the ring. Dylan Storm has been holding that television championship for a solid 3 months now, ladies and gentlemen. The longest reigning television champion, defending it every episode of TWF. Celebrating here in his opening match, showcasing the skills. What a big match. We move up to our next match. A 3-way dance between Patty Nolan, Yuri Tachibana, and Stephanie Vanker. Stephanie said she was free on this Thursday here, and she was ready to get some more exposure here in the world of TWF. But she's got quite the competition in front of her.
The following contest is a triple threat.
Yuri Tachibana making her way to the ring, wrestling in Stardom, and making her way to America to start her pro wrestling career here in TWF. She has been looking phenomenal, and she's looking to add another win to her record. 3-way dance here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how to spell Stephanie Vanker, so I apologize if that's spelled totally wrong. Prediction is live here in the chat if you want to get those channel points on who you think's gonna win. 5 minutes going live here.
And her opponents, first, from Riverside, California, Platinum, Patricia No!
Patty Nolan and Yuri Tachibana. Oh, it seems the crowd is about 1,000 on the WWE star making their way to TWF tonight. Stephanie Vanker. Well, Patty Nolan on fire. This is her 3rd match ever. She's going to experience the 3-way dance competition here in TWF. The TWF creative team took a chance on her. Princess of O-Block, as she likes to be known. Patricia Nolan looking like $1 million here. She's ready to get this match underway. Stephanie Vanker making her way to the ring. A fan favorite in NXT, the Cactus reached out and made a working agreement with WWE to get her over here. Stephanie Vanker. Saying she's the demon of TWF's women's division, and she wants to make that be known. Stephanie Vanker looking fired up for this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. These 3 ladies all stepping into the ring. Hell yeah, Phoenix. This is our 2nd match. This is a 3-way dance elimination style. If one lady is pinned, that means they go to the back, and it's just the one-on-one until we have a winner here. These ladies are they're all on a winning streak here in TWF, and they want to get there. They want to keep moving up the ranks. Yuri Tachibana applying a back slam on. Oh, but a Mexican Destroyer. These are all AIs, but they're made by the viewers. So it's kind of like gambling in a way, because we do channel point predictions. You can bet your channel points and see what we. And every so often, like the lady in the red, her name is Stephanie Vanker. She's actually in the game. Like, she's actually in WWE. It's fun to do that every so often and just, you know, get some big names into the occasion. Cover here. Patty Nolan must have been watching them damn Hardy Boys too much as she brings a ladder into this matchup. The referee's going to allow it. No disqualifications. And Yuri Tachibana delivering a spin-out Michinoku driver on top of that ladder as Stephanie bringing out the big ticket items here in Florida tonight. We're live in Orlando, Florida for a TWF Turbo, and these ladies looking to give it all they got, knowing that they want to move up the ranks. And I thought she was going to deliver a package pile driver, but no, a package backbreaker right onto Yuri Tachibana. Will that put her away? No, she's able to kick out for the 2 count here as Patty Nolan waiting for Stephanie to get up, and she takes her one-on-one and drops her with a DDT, shades of Jake the Snake Roberts. And oh, a spinning pump kick by Yuri. That ladder is dangerously cantilevered over that ledge. And a Pele kick to Yuri Tachibana. Patty Nolan. I feel like Patty and Yuri should work together and might want to take out Stephanie Vanker. And she's oh no. The glutes of destiny being hit by Stephanie Vanker onto Patty Nolan. She's done. She's done, chat. Slamming her right onto that table. Stephanie is looking on fire here. And oh, Yuri Tachibana takes a kick right to the head. And a hell yeah, Troy. My co-commentator, you're doing his best trying to find a job right now, as am I, trying to find more work. More work, more money, more stuff I could do for Scream. As we see the stomp right onto the arm here, Stephanie Vanker getting that stop sign. Looks like she's telling Yuri it's time to stop as she hits her in the back with it. The chat getting excited with the viewers at home watching along. Oh, that inverted drop. She's been training with the O-Block warrior Troy Nolan here. Troy, you get it, bro. That's, I mean, but the more money I make, the more money if I get a second job and I'm able to work more, I'm able to put Jimmy Johnson. Boom, confetti. This Panama sunset. The lake, I'm gonna call that the Lakeshore Drive since she's the princess of O-Block. The barbed wire baseball bat right across the face. Yuri Tachibana not letting up on that. Why is there a barbed wire baseball bat under our ring? I didn't question the stop sign or the urn. Why is the barbed wire here? We are professionals, ladies and gentlemen. Yuri Tachibana with a beautiful knee strike as Patty Nolan was going to take her down but said no. Stephanie Vanker eliminated from this match as it's just Patty and Yuri Tachibana. I think these two ladies might have done the smart move there and eliminate the part-timer threat and keep going against each other. The full-time force. Oh, Patty with a quick kick. Showing that she's not afraid of some Josie Stardom wrestler as she hits a big spine buster, shades of Batista there. Oh, and don't worry, it's elimination. She didn't sell. The diving double foot stomp to Yuri Tachibana. Oh, she wants to finish her off with a stop sign, but Yuri rolls out of the way and delivers a devastating knee strike. She's going for the cover here. Will this be enough to put away Patty here? Patty digging deep, kicking out at a deep 2 count. These two ladies digging deep here in, I don't remember where Troy said we were at in Florida. Yuri Tachibana running from Patty as Patty delivers that drop kick and follows it up with a standing shooting star press. These ladies going insane here as our cameraman doing a great job trying to zoom in and get the action, the best views for you guys. Oh my god, what a backbreaker to Patty on the outside here. She's not looking good, but being the O-Block princess, she knows a thing or two about a thing or two, ladies and gentlemen, as Yuri Tachibana grabs that stop sign. And right into the dome piece as she falls down. But that just might have pissed her off and she's ready for a fight now. Reversing the elbow strike here. Up and over and takes him down. Slamming her head right onto that apron, ladies and gentlemen. The drop kick right into the chest. Yuri Tachibana in control of this match. Patty Nolan never facing in a three-way dance, but three-way dances are not common in Stardom. And oh, Yuri with the Hiroshima bomb drop. But proving that she's a cold-hearted American. You see Patty Nolan kicking out of that and getting back up. But she takes a big chop and but she ducks under the kick here, ladies and gentlemen. Patty Nolan kicked right till he got an O-block destroyer right onto Yuri Tachibana. This is over, chat. I don't think she's kicking out of this one. Winter Park, Florida. I just know we're in Florida. Yuri Tachibana takes a baseball bat to the back of the head. And oh no, she ran right into another O-block destroyer. She is done. Yuri Tachibana's neck has to be busted, and she's going to have to be going to the hospital as Patty Nolan firing up on all cylinders, feeling like she's on vacation here in Winter Park, Florida. Grabbing the table, knows that the fans here in Florida want to see a table spot. Interesting. Might be trying to put her through the metal bars first, but Yuri Tachibana, oh no, flips her through. A knee strike throws her down and goes for the cover. Yuri wasn't going to play any of that hardcore wrestling spots, leaving the fans here sour. The fans clapping and cheering for an awesome match, but the viewers at home booing. I think the fans just enjoyed the match overall. A double foot stomp the fans here. Patty Nolan had nothing to be ashamed of. Was put on a great match against a very high caliber star. Definitely improving her stock, showing that she can hang with the big dogs, and she might, just might, get the win on the next attempt. Ducking under that big boot and going for the O-block destroyer. Insane. Just wasn't enough to put Yuri Tachibana away. She dug deep enough to kick out there. The baseball bats, and then the second one, it just wasn't enough. You could even see that Yuri looked like she had a broken neck, but instead she finished it off with some strong style and a strong knee strike to take her out. Let's go, Harrison.
Here is your winner.
Hell yeah, Phoenix. An instant classic here. Oh god. We're going backstage now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh god. I did not have that ready. I'm racing the Chevy Arca. Oh, Dylan Storm and Troy Nolan backstage. This is why. Oh, Dylan Storm immediately bringing out a Riders of the Storm, trying to knock and to settle this one quickly against Puff Lord, saying he doesn't want to fight this man anymore. But Puff Lord wants his United States title back, and he's going to stop at nothing. The current United States champion and my color commentator, who, this is why he's not at the booth. I wonder, he said he had to take a phone call. He went and hung out by the payphones till Dylan Storm was going to go and grab some water or something. Now he's beating him up backstage, and there's nothing that's going to... Oh, but Dylan Storm not going to allow this. And Enziguri...
Dummy. Yeah.
Snipes Matthew James. Harrison B. Harrison, what number are you choosing? I'm 41. A power bomb, but Dylan Storm reversing it. Shades of Billy Kidman here. The O-Block Warrior. Not finished with Dylan Storm. 36. Let's go. I know Angry Blake will be a part of that as well, who's in our Discord. I think Monkey's too high of a rating to actually race with us in the league. I think it's 2,000 and under. And I'm really good at Daytona, so I might be fine. Unless it's open tuning. If it's open tuning, oh god. Dylan Storm with the Riders of the Storm to Puff Lord, the Puff Lord of O-Block. He's saying, oh, he's showboating, saying that you can't actually beat him, as he's getting back up though quickly. Yeah, we are. The Puff Lord fighting out of Dylan Storm's grasp here. Dylan Storm just needed to get into water because
Arcade Bro 420 says, we just smoked your ass.
yeah. Nah. It's not officially sanctioned. It's just, this is you guys beating up backstage, man. There's no referee. Puff Lord wants to let you know that he's got a vendetta against the Demon Prince, and he wants you to know that he's the true demon around these parts. A black hole slam. Also, Dallas, I'm planting the seeds for your story. I just want to get a new Cody Storm for him. So once that's ready, we can do your brother versus brother story. Trying to take him up top. Puff Lord might want to sacrifice him and throw him off the top of here. Y'all fighting it, guys. What are you doing in the? Oh, guys, I can't. Guys, get back in camera view. Guys, I can't move the camera. There you go. There you go. Puff Lord bringing Dylan Storm back into view of the camera. Dylan Storm really wanted to do a cool fucking spot with that drinking fountain, but we couldn't get a view of him. And a drop kick after an arm twist. Puff Lord is down. Dylan Storm might be looking for some plunder to help finish this off. Climbing on top of all those crates near us. Puff Lord showboating a little bit. As Puff Lord takes a big enziguri. Hell yeah, thanks Dallas. See Dylan Storm. Dylan Storm successfully defending his title earlier, his television title. Dylan Two Belts McGee over here. Fighting and proving why he holds 2 titles here in TWF. A big DDT. Dylan Storm not looking good. Oh, but Dylan Storm, that Riders of the Storm is deadly here. Dylan Storm still in his ring gear as he was supposed to be scheduled for a second match and having a match for that a #1 contender shot to see if somebody could get a chance to face him for the US title. But I think the O-Block Warrior Troy Nolan really wants that US title back. As Dylan Storm just proving it yet again at every opportunity. He may be smaller, but he's not out of the fight. Dylan Storm, a 7-time World Heavyweight Champion here in TWF. He's a 6-time United States Champion, and he's the current longest reigning television champion in TWF history. Oh, but can he survive? Not a package pile driver on the concrete. What are you, Kevin Owens? The O-Block Warrior bringing him. Oh, and he wants to slam him through a table backstage. Really sending a message here. And grabs a steel chair to finish him off. Dylan Storm riding this wave of momentum in the ring, but backstage he was just jumped and showing why the mean streets of Chicago don't play fair sometimes. Dylan Storm tried his best to fight off against the Giant after already having a match and knowing that he had a second one. I don't think Dylan Storm's going to be able to compete in his second match tonight. Oh my god, these guys just beat the absolute living shit out of each other here. Dylan Storm trying his hardest to fight against this man, but this man was raised in the streets. He runs those streets of Chicago. Troy Nolan. Is that why you is this why you ran away from the commentary booth when you said you had a phone call? Oh my god, it all makes sense now. As we move on to our next matchup here. Tyler the Cactus is bringing in one of his personal representatives for the Cactus Coalition here, the army, to lead the way and pave and take out all of the scum and tyranny in TWF that tried to take and remove it from his life. Sean Spears will go one-on-one with the 7'1" Agu. Oh, what the fuck? Why did this one not have entrances on? Let's get our prediction here, ladies and gentlemen. Start a prediction. Who's destined to win here? Will it be Sean Spears? Or will it be Agu in his debut matchup here in TWF? Hey, what up, Blake? We're doing our wrestling show, and then we're gonna be practicing for ARCA Daytona for our league race. Sean Spears making his way to the TWF here. We're live in West Ridge, Florida, or White Ridge.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring,
Sean Spears making his way to the ring, ready for a fight here. Bringing a chair, not legal in this matchup. It is just a regular one-on-one matchup. Won't be any aid to him. He will get disqualified, unless referees are gonna allow it. One of the Cactus's newest prospects brought into TWF. One as he wants to view him as the tank in his army to help regain TWF's control. Agu.
385 pounds.
This man is 7'1" and 385 pounds. This man is ready to go the distance and prove what a big man is able to do in this squared circle, ladies and gentlemen. As Agu makes his way to the ring, the boss following right behind him. The boss made his return last week and jumped Matthew James. And you're showing why you don't cross the boss, as he will go out and find some big menaces that are in a run roughshod here. And the Cactus said that we are at war now, and the plan is, this isn't a war games. This is an all-out battle for control. And he's bringing in the artillery and his special military team called the Cactus Coalition. The predictions live, ladies and gentlemen. Get your channel points in on who you think will win. John Spears wrestling in WWE and AEW, but oh my god, Agu just clobbers him. Slamming his hands right across the back of him, telling him to get up. He wants him up. He wants to, oh, how just proving that the strength is there. The Cactus loving the new prospect that he's brought in. The Cactus said he's brought in a couple more surprises, saying that Troy Nolan has joined the Cactus Coalition as well as a big secret prospect. A big forearm strike by Sean Spears. Or on to Sean Spears. Agu, oh, that big Nigerian hip toss, throwing almost 400 pounds right into the corner. But Sean Spears fighting back. Cactus is cheering him on, saying, "You got this," showing that what the TWF's future is looking like. A big German suplex is, oh no. Three suplexes. Some might say he's going on a trip to Suplex City, but oh my, Sean Spears able to duck out of that shoulder tackle and try to get some offense here. As Agu down on the mat here, but no, not out of this. Immediately with a dragon screw. That the agility for a 7-foot man this size, and oh my god, throwing his hand, just pulling up and smashing his hand. Or smashing his head. Sean Spears in control of this matchup here against Agu. We see Agu going for the cover quickly, looking to get some. I'm rolling up to find your sigs and finishes. There we are. As Agu going for the cover, or Sean Spears going for a cover on Agu, and Agu able to kick out quickly. Agu, Cactus traveling all over to Nigeria to find this man, this behemoth in the world, and this man that was already a great fighter in Africa, making sure that he's, oh, sidesteps the big boot. The size 20 of this giant from Nigeria. Oh, Sean Spears trying to go toe-to-toe with Agu, but Agu throwing these weapons of mass destruction of punches. A chokeslam from Agu would feel like the fall from the heavens. Oh, as they go into the hockey fight. Sean Spears not going to step down here in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, as Agu getting the advantage makes him a little groggy. And oh no. A fall from the heavens from Sean Spears. And that'll take Agu's win here in TWF, proving that you don't want to mess with the boss as he's bringing in the big guns, taking out top names in NXT. The Nigerian giant Agu. No. Wait, that wasn't the choke slam? That wasn't like the fall from the heavens choke slam? Damn it. I did it wrong. I was planting the seeds thinking he would do that. Fucking shit.
Here is your winner.
You know, I guess it's the best of a bad thing, right? My bad. I don't know all the choke slams in order. My bad. The Cactus. You see the Cactus looking onwards as he looks at one of his new prospects here. We do have a big matchup next. Is Jeff Hardy will be taking on Brandon Galaxy for the light heavyweight championship. Brandon Galaxy is a 5-time junior heavyweight champion, and Jeff Hardy. Hey, you know what? It was basically a choke slam, right? It was close enough, and it just didn't. It wasn't the specific one. It wasn't the right one. We were setting the, just like every clothesline that the Cactus does is the Desperado lariat. Exactly, boom. And all of those are the same. It's all the same, just different variations of it. In our next matchup, though, the junior championship will be on the line. Jeff Hardy and some solos action here. We'll be taking on Brandon Galaxy. Our predictions going live here. Jeff Hardy will be coming out to face Brandon Galaxy one-on-one here for that junior heavyweight championship. These two are going to be doing some battle. Jeff Hardy is a pioneer of high-flying wrestling on our televisions and influenced so many. Welcome to the world of bureaucracy, Troy. It sucks. Hardy making his way back to TWF after a small stint. Matt Hardy looks like he's the one who's ready to have a match and not Jeff. I guess I chose the wrong attires for each one. Whoops. It's whatever. Jeff Hardy, he's gonna wrestle with a shirt on, I guess. Jeff Hardy, a former WWE World Heavyweight Champion and a WWE Champion. He is also multiple-time tag team champions with his brother and a former TNA World Heavyweight Champion. This man has been to the top of the mountain, and he's looking to get another title here late into his career in TWF, and he set his eyes onto that junior title. He will have to face off against a man, though, that is known around the galaxy as the King of the Galaxy, Brandon Galaxy. I said Galaxy a lot. Searching across the universe, across multiple universes for the best competition, he said it is here in TWF, as he has been soaring through the air like a UFO, as he is that TWF TV Junior Heavyweight Champion. Matt's ready to get into it. Brandon Galaxy, one of the best to ever do it here. A former world heavyweight champion here in TWF as well. He is a 7-time junior heavyweight champion, though. He is the king of that juniors division here. Well, Harrison, put your channel points on Jeff then, buddy. There's 5,000 channel points bet on Brandon Galaxy here, ladies and gentlemen. Get your channel points in if you think Jeff Hardy can take the win here and win that junior heavyweight championship from Brandon Galaxy, the king of the galaxy, here tonight.
Introducing the challenger. From Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds.
Jeff Hardy making the long drive from Carolina down to Florida for this episode of TWFtv. On Thursday Turbo, he's ready to go the distance to take on Brandon Galaxy. This is a foe he's never faced before.
At 205 pounds, the junior heavyweights.
Bro didn't even bring ring gear. He said he forgot it, and the Cactus said he did not have enough money to get in more ring gear. He spent no face paint yet. He said he forgot it. He lost it. He lost it in the rental car when they were switching rental cars. And I said, I am so sorry. I literally paid all the money to book this venue. I don't even have. I have hot dogs in the back, and that's all I got. Sorry. That junior heavyweight championship on the line here. The Cactus has viewed the junior division as well as the tag team division to be one of the most entertaining forms of wrestling here in TWF, as he loves to keep these guys relevant, allowing maybe not the biggest stars to shine here and really get their name out there. Jeff Hardy applying a go behind into a headlock, showing some amateur wrestling background here, taking down the man, the myth, the legend, Brandon Galaxy. Brandon Galaxy did lose a mask versus hair match to El Fuego Loco last season. He has since grown his hair back out, and he has dyed it. He's no longer bald. A triangle hammerlock applied to the front of Brandon Galaxy. You can see the pain applied into that shoulder as the pressure's being even more expertly applied here. Jeff Hardy showing that beautiful chain wrestling technique here, showing that he's not just high-flying prowess, showing that he has some technical stuff up his sleeve, but a sailboat hold now applied by Brandon Galaxy to Hardy, and the leg sweep takedown to end that chain of wrestling going there. Hardy sends him into the corner, and a lariat. Goes for a bulldog, but Brandon Galaxy able to push him off, showing why he's a 7-time junior heavyweight champion and a 3-time television champion. Brandon Galaxy's done quite a lot in the TWF. Hardy getting back up and sidesteps out of Brandon Galaxy's springboard there, ladies and gentlemen. Galaxy having Hardy in the corner there. Punches him back in and might be looking for something devious here. Oh, a springboard moonsault by Galaxy. All right, Dallas. Appreciate you, buddy. You see Brandon Galaxy going for the big drop kick. As we get back to our hard cam spit 8. Matt Hardy watching his brother fight intently. Matt brought his gear. Why didn't he just let his brother use his gear? Brandon Galaxy thinking that springboard Asai moonsault would be enough to take out Hardy here. But now Galaxy in the corner. Sends him into and out of the ropes. A knee strike. Hardy even out of his ring gear. The guillotine leg drop by Hardy, showcasing some high-flying moves here. Will we see the crouton bomb? I mean swanton bomb. Or will we see that black hole, that double rotation moonsault that Brandon Galaxy loves to hit? The fight on the outside. These guys have until the count. Take it back. Take back the crouton bomb joke. Hey, crouton bombs are when he doesn't do the full form, and it's just him doing a front flip. Jeff Hardy fighting out here as the referee gets to the count of 9. They have 10 more seconds to get back into the ring. Otherwise, this will be ruled a double count out. Brandon Galaxy, one of the kings of weaseling out of matches. Of weaseling out of title defenses and somehow getting the count outs. Forcing the steel cage stipulation. You get nothing, Puff Lord. I got nothing. An Arabian moonsault, but no, Brandon Galaxy has seen 1,001 nights. The springboard back kick as we see him going up top. He might be looking for that double rotation moonsault. And Hardy eats a black hole. Jeff Hardy even calls them crouton bombs, bro. Is it really that bad? You standing for a man that makes fun of himself. Mods, take Puff Lord to the butthole expanding room and expand his butthole immediately. I think that he's still in good shape, and maybe not like, you know, the crazy high-flying days of you know, when he Attitude Era with the Dudleys and Edge and Christian, but you know, I think he still has a place. If anything, I think it would be more entertaining to watch him try to be the mouthpiece for a new up-and-coming tag team. And then, you know, he comes in every couple of matches. You know, they might get into they need a triple, you know, a trios, so he steps in. Brandon Galaxy warping space and time as Jeff Hardy not knowing what to do. Brandon Galaxy landing on his ass and says, all right, that's it, putting you in an armbar. Jeff Hardy rolling through the armbar and beautiful head scissor neck twist, taking him down as we see Galaxy now continuing the assault, trying to get the roll up. Ref, he's in the ropes. Ref, he's in the ropes. Jeff Hardy able to kick out. Cats always land on their feet. Well, not Brandon Galaxy. You know, and toast always lands butter side down if you throw it up. All I'm saying is if you attach buttered toast to a cat and tried to like make a cat fall, would it just infinitely rotate? Matt Hardy getting involved, talking some smack to Brandon Galaxy, but Brandon Galaxy had eyes in the back of his head. Brandon Galaxy with the title defense here, proving that he is one of the best junior champions to do it here. But will he be able to survive a three-way dance next week? No, channel points. Mine. Jeff Hardy showing that he still has it here as he's flying with the best of them. Doing some pretty high flying stunts here tonight, and he is taking on Brandon Galaxy. Let's be honest, a cat is nothing but a cat mixed with a Van shoe. ¿Dónde es los gatos? Where's the cat? A scoop and a slam by Hardy. Looking for that swanton bomb, but it wasn't meant to be, as Brandon Galaxy was able to get up and get a quick pull up. These guys fighting up. Matt Hardy trying to distract his brother, but a little too to throw a distraction for his brother, but a little too late. And Brandon Galaxy takes the win and defends his junior title here tonight.
And still, junior heavyweight world champion Brandon
¿Dónde estás los bro? I said, ¿Dónde estás los gatos? Where's the cat? Brandon Galaxy celebrating here in Florida tonight. Might have to go out of this world once again as we move on to our next matchup here. This TWF Lights Out match coming up next is a big one. Big meaty men slapping some meats. Fergus Stonebridge will be taking on Stan Hansen. In a TWF Lights Out match. Number one contenders matchup here. What slapping? We have not passed your match yet, Harrison. We got a long card today because we do so since TWF. We don't even need the entrance. I'm okay with it. These guys ready to roll. Number one contender for the Lights Out title. Jonesy gets the night off tonight. As Fergus Stonebridge immediately putting Stan Hansen in that leg lock, single leg Boston Crab. Two meaty men slapping meat. So I think your match is in is in 2 after this one. Fergus Stonebridge pushing Hansen back. These two big men fighting for position. Appears to be a former World's Heavyweight Champion. Stan Hansen ducking under that lariat. And a chop doesn't phase Stonebridge. Hansen's normally the man that's making people quake in their boots. And he's the one that has to do the quaking, but he's powering through it, and big slam on Fergus Stonebridge. Stan Hansen, a multiple-time All Japan Pro Wrestling Triple Crown Champion and World's Heavyweight Champion. Also winner of the All Japan Tag League. Fergus Stonebridge, a newcomer to TWF in the 25 season. Stan Hansen with a camel clutch, but reversed and dropped him down onto his face. Fergus Stonebridge working over Hansen and lifts him up for a reverse suplex. Fergus Stonebridge always asks every competitor here, do you have the stones to beat Fergus Stonebridge? Applying a camel clutch of his own. He's able to slip out of it and drop him center of the ring. We see a big scoop slam and Hansen throwing him. Oh, that's a big crash for a big man that weighs 380 pounds and 6'10". Belly-to-belly suplex by Hansen, but Hansen immediately getting up, showing that fighting spirit, but thrown into those steel steps. Fergus Stonebridge just knowing what to do with him at every moment here. He hops over those steel steps, ladies and gentlemen, as Brandon Galaxy won that last matchup. Fergus Stonebridge or Stan Hansen, nobody knows who's going to win this one. The two wild men fighting it out, these big beefy boys. The beef is beefing. Stan Hansen with a reverse DDT, lifting him up into the air. That's a whole lot of meat just landed on the ground. The Dragon Screw, he bounces off that barricade. Ladies and gentlemen, Fergus Stonebridge is in control over the legend Stan Hansen. Stan Hansen coming out of retirement for this matchup. And his back landed against those steel steps. Stonebridge fighting dastardly, trying to keep Stan Hansen down. But Stan Hansen not going to go down without a fight, proving that he is the Western warship for a reason. Stonebridge, though, the size advantage. This is something that we don't see too often. Is Stan Hansen normally is the bigger competitor in a lot of his matches. He's the man that's the small competitor in here. Fergus Stonebridge standing 5 inches taller than him and weighing 120 pounds more than him. The scoop, as we see Fergus Stonebridge throwing Hansen around like it's nothing, dropping him right onto that barricade. This match is going to a submission or first knockout here, ladies and gentlemen. No pinfalls. Stan Hansen has him in a surfboard stretch, but overpowered by Fergus Stonebridge. Stonebridge now in control of this match, throwing a right hook. A scoop and a slam. Oh, he just tosses him. Gives him some airtime. Among Us. Oh, his PP is destroyed. Slammed right with that sledgehammer. He keeps the pressure applied. A power bomb. A backdrop driver. Fergus Stonebridge, his head bouncing off that sledgehammer in the ring, and now he senses the blood in the water. Stan Hansen, is this not the retirement tour, or will he prove that he's one of the toughest SOBs? But Fergus Stonebridge fighting for his life as well, wanting to keep in the TWF that double arm hook German suplex. A big splash. Hansen looking like the life has been crushed out of him. As we see Pitbull looking at Stan Hansen. Hansen might give up here. But that's the never say die attitude of Stan Hansen as he breaks out of that hold. Fat Pitbull watching onwards. And a big shoulder tackle by the Texaner. By the native Texan. Stan Hansen gets the win over. I can't believe that.
Here is your winner,
Stan Hansen with the win here, celebrating in Florida, his first match ever in TWF, and making it a big one. Stan Hansen proving that he is one of the toughest SOBs to ever grace other rings, and he proved that he had the balls and the stones to take on Fergus Stonebridge in a lights out matchup. Next up, the Dudley Boys said they want a chance at facing the Queen's Bloodline here for the tag non-title matchup. If the Dudley Boys get a win over the Queen's Bloodline, they will challenge for the tag team titles here in TWF. Stan Hansen with a big win here. And that last matchup here. Who's destined to win? Will it be the Dudley boys? The Queen's bloodline. The Queen Julia Winters here leading her cousins through the glory of TWF. Currently in control of the tag team titles. Julia, a former women's US champion. You know, she's got to want to be back on that women's US title grind. Still owed her rematch. We'll have to see how that play happens. As well as TWFtv 2, a man who is good at pulling the strings himself. They're going to be facing some bingo hall legends known as the Dudley Boys here tonight in Florida. Bubba Ray Dudley and Devon Dudley excited to be here tonight on Turbo. For TWF's former TWF alumni that love to come back for a run here and there. Bubba and Devon excited to bringing out the blue camo shades of WrestleMania 2000, ladies and gentlemen.
603 pounds, Bubba Ray and Devon,
The Dudley Boys, 24-time tag team champions. That's not even including that is just other promotions. They are 3-time tag team champions here in TWF alone. These guys are some bad SOBs when it comes to tag team wrestling. And don't even get me started when it comes to the ladder matches. The Queen's bloodline making their way to the ring. Julia Winters leading the way, while Kobe and Rico are both here.
442 pounds, the world's tag team.
Those tag team championships been around their waist for 3 months now here in TWF. They have firmly established themselves as a dominant tag team here in TWF. Troy, they don't upload through community creations. I have to go through and make them. Like Troy, actually, I have a couple custom ones made. You'll see later tonight when we Tyler the Cactus has his return match. Really, it didn't work. It didn't work at the start of 2K25. So if that's something like a minute thing that works now, I'd be I'm super hyped for it. Because I'll spend a little bit of time making some, because I made one for Harrison B. I made one for Garrett Rogers. I made one for the Cactus. But I'm with Blecker. The free time is the hard thing to come by to make small things like that. I'm trying to do bigger things than just, you know, small edits in video games. You know, such as actually making video edits. You see the Queen's bloodline. You have Rico in the ring here tonight, starting off against Devon. Bubba Ray going to be on the other corner. Kobe McCarthy on the outside. Oh my God! I thought Devon was going to throw it out to Bubba, and he was going to catch him and suplex him out of the ring. That would have been sick. I was like, I did not know that was a tag team move, but I didn't know that was a move either. The cover here by Devon Dudley. Titles are not on the line here. The Queen's bloodline have been on edge, trying to face off with these title matches back to back. Meat Mountain really pushed them to the limit, and the Dudley Boys are here to see if they can take those titles off of them, see if they're still hurt, or if they'll be able to defend off against some hungry, mean-treated Dudleys. The jawbreaker by Devon Dudley. As he goes to tag into Bubba. Bubba is now into the match, and he's got to be feeling alive to be here tonight in Florida. Goes for the lariat, but no. You see Kobe able to sidestep out of it. Rico Parker on the outside. Off the ropes. The double flapjack by the Dudley Boys. Dudley's in control over the Queen's bloodline right here, as we see Tyrus Fatu and Julia Ann both watching intently, studying the Queen's bloodline, students of the game. They really know what they are doing here. It's almost as terrifying as seeing the Golden Vision here in TWF. You know, once they get the ball really rolling, they are on fire and they're almost unstoppable. A big tilt-a-whirl backbreaker as we're looking in Champion's corner here. The camera cut here as we see Devon able to slide out of that submission hold. Devon Dudley going for a DDT, but we see Kobe able to throw some big punches. McCarthy showing why he is one of the longest reigning tag team champions we've had in a long time. The titles have bounced back and forth. A big axe handle taking him down. And a moonsault to boot. But Devon back up quickly. Throwing him right into the barricade. Oh, a spin kick off as he bounces off the barricade. Devon's going to be feeling that one in the morning as a 55-year-old man who still pushes himself to the best he can be in the wrestling. Look at Devon fired up. McCarthy throwing Devon into Julia. That's got to get some heat with him. The elbow strikes here by Devon Dudley, trying to fight back, trying to keep the momentum here on the Dudley Boys side as he sends him off the ropes and goes for a big rear shoulder block. But no, McCarthy has it scouted. That's that training in Japan that he has done. Going for the cover. Referee slides into position, staring right at his butt cheeks. Oh my God! The Dudley Boys proving that they might have lost a step after taking their break from TWF. Kobe and Rico both making sure that they are defiant and the kings of the tag team division here, as the Dudley Boys looking to get another opportunity to face for those tag team titles. We're just shut down immediately.
Here are your winners.
Julia Winters ecstatic over the win here. Acting like they just went to war, as if they didn't take down the Dudleys with ease. Almost mocking them with how well they did here. They're acknowledging their one true queen in a matchup here tonight. We move on to our next matchup. Some ladies action. Emily Mortis and Olivia Vargas. Both of these ladies are both jockeying for a position to face for that women's U.S. title match. For a U.S. women's title match on our next episode of TWF. to make it super. In TWF, I'm pretty sure Blecker has like 4 guys max. He said I have 4 of his guys downloaded. That is true, Blecker. You do be making a lot of wrestlers. I feel that though. So when you're just bored, it's fun to create things. I mean, if I had a bunch of paintings, would you be like, damn, Tyler, you have a bunch of paintings? I do with my dad. Fair enough. It's an addiction, man. It's a creative outlet, and it's very addicting and freeing. You get a lot of really silly ideas out of your head. Whether it just be, I want to see what happens if I fuse fucking Undertaker with, you know, Trish Stratus. What happens there? How would I do this? And it's a very fun process. Olivia Vargas, a former women's world champion here, 5 times over. She's looking to get a chance to win that women's US championship. A new title here that was not added in 2024. Vargas, the Manchester's bully machine, ready to go on a matchup. Troy, I mean, take a picture of it. Let me see if I can understand the nuances of your dad's paintings. As we see Vargas and Emily Mortis both jockeying for position here. Chain wrestling being applied. Why is there a Logan Paul thing? That's funny as hell. We see Vargas going for the cover. Only a 1 count here. That tag team matchup was stellar, but the Dudley Boys were not able to pull it out here as Vargas and Emily Mortis gonna fight one-on-one. A big power slam by Vargas, slamming Mortis down. Mortis fighting back against Vargas. Vargas, one of the top female wrestlers in the TWF 24 season. She has been struggling a little bit, seeing that the women's competition has stepped up a bit. And she's trying to find her footing here, knowing that she has some stronger competition than just Kennedy Ann now. She knows she's got to push herself to be the best. And Mortis trying to push herself to get her first title shot in TWF. The middle one is time is just a construct. The one on the far right, I'm assuming, is He might be painting his inner emotions. And then the one on the far left, it looks just like a fun tattoo design. The moon one's actually really good. I like that. It's just a, you know, big moon star and over a lake. Really nice. This one stands for the individual monoliths that we all are in the desert of the human emotions. This one just looks like he's painting a bridge. Looks really nice. Looks really well done. Bro, I understood all of those. I understood almost all of those art pieces. There was one that literally just looked like he wanted to design like a tattoo, and he's like, honestly, wait, this would probably be like a really cool, like, if I designed it like comic book and gave it like really bright colors and stuff. It looks cool. I like that. I would hang that up in my house. Bro, tell Andy to start selling his art, bro. That shit's actually kind of good. That bridge one was, I didn't think you'd have such depth as an artist. I didn't realize that he could do so many different types of styles of art. Mans is actually good. I can see him actually getting paid to like paint murals and stuff. A big elbow here by Olivia Vargas, as we see. Like deadass, a lot of those were all really. I liked a lot of those. I would pay for a lot. I would probably pay for those. I like ones that are like self-reflective arts, where you like you almost like have to look at yourself to understand the depth of the painting. There's a story told with every stroke of that of the brush for a painting, and yeah, it's up to you to interpret what it is. I don't know. This is also coming from the guy who likes art. I like doing I like paintings. I like music. It's ways that you know, a nice painting is how you decorate the space that you're in, but music is how you decorate time. As we see Vargas fighting tooth and nail to take down Mortis. That reverse suplex slamming Mortis down on the ground. Troy, I liked a lot of those. A lot of those paintings. Tell your dad to start selling them. He could definitely like go to like a farmer's market and set up a stand. I guarantee you a lot of those people would really appreciate those and would buy stuff like that. A lot of those are good. Vargas down and getting stomped, but is that that's a reporter for the BBC coming to get a picture of one of England's favorite wrestlers, and ends up and distracting Mortis. Man, I don't know much about British fucking publications or stuff, so I just had to, you know, I just said so. I said like a British. She's from Olivia Vargas is from Manchester. You have to like keep. I had to try to keep some lawyer semblance. The knees go up. The face plant as we see Mortis trying to take Vargas down off the ropes, and Vargas with a face plant, or gets face planted. A flapjack by Mortis, but the legs. We see Vargas back in control after pushing off Mortis. Looking for something, might be stomping the midsection here. Working over that midsection, just stomping right on top of it. What a jawbreaker, as Mortis still showing that she's got fight left in her. A lariat takes her down. Throws a big punch here. Mortis looking for an extreme twist of fate. And Vargas able to kick out. Here's, I believe your match is next. Mortis going up top, looking to end this match here. Might be looking for that moonsault of hers. Vargas takes the moonsault. Is this the end of Vargas's attempt to get that U.S. title match? As Emily Mortis gets a win here and defeats Vargas. These ladies putting on a clinic in women's wrestling here tonight. Dallas is the only thing he says as soon as he comes back is, "I want a big old BBC in me." Crazy. It stands for British Broadcast Channel. Get it right. Get your mind. Dallas, you see, look at me. I'm a white ginger. I am like the farthest thing from a black man. Gingers are black. Damn, why am I wiener big?
Here is your winner, Emily Mortis.
Emily Mortis with a big win. Packing a big old BBC. Up next, Harrison B and Garrett Rogers, one-on-one non-title matchup here. Garrett Rogers issuing open challenges to anybody who beats him once. You can get a world title match. Harrison B answering the call. Steve Holloway does have an opportunity, but he said he needed to take some leave, and he said he'll be back before he loses that belt. That's funny. That's funny. This matchup will be Harrison B taking on Garrett Rogers one-on-one. Let's get this match underway, ladies and gentlemen. Predictions live. You can bet, do you think Harrison B will get the win over the world champion Garrett Rogers, or will Harrison B be the man to beat Garrett Rogers and get a title shot on the next episode of TWF.
One fall. Making his way to the ring from Leeds, England, weighing in at 255 pounds, the hardcore icon, Harrison B.
You see. You're right, Troy, you're right. Harrison B with it playing his OG theme song. TWF is live, and this is a main event caliber matchup at anywhere else, but this isn't the main event of tonight. We still have a bunch more matches as he's going to be facing off against the world's, Harrison B will be facing off against the world's heavyweight champion, Garrett Rogers. The Thunder World Order. Man, Garrett Rogers makes his way to the ring. The world's heavyweight champion, once again, 7-time world heavyweight champion, tied with Dylan Storm for the most world heavyweight title wins in TWF. This man was only a week away from beating the Matthew James record of 4 months and 7 days. It happens, Troy. Garrett Rogers fired up for this one here, ladies and gentlemen. Garrett Rogers in Florida, where he found the Ramirez brothers and trained them to be his tag team in TWF24, rivaling with Harrison B in the $1 Million Corporation back in the 24 season. These two men, first time of them having a one-on-one meeting since the 24 season, and the 24 season ended back in December. The collar and elbow tie up now as Garrett Rogers dragging Harrison B to the ropes. Puts him on the ropes now and tries to choke him out. The world champion you've noticed that the world champion is sped up and slowed and slimmed down a little bit here. Not as big as he used to be. Those are the OGs, the ring generals. Harrison B and Garrett Rogers both jockeying for position here, trying to figure out who's going to take the control of this matchup. Non-title matchup is Garrett Rogers proving that he is one of the toughest SOBs that you'll ever step into that ring with. Garrett Rogers springboard drop kick to the head of Harrison B as he goes for a cover here. The forearm across the face, trying to make sure that Harrison B can kick out and has to apply extra pressure to kick out here. right here by Garrett Rogers after that big strike here. Garrett Rogers trying his damnedest to make sure that he's going to be the one to beat Harrison B. As Harrison B looks to be busted open after Garrett Rogers hits some big strikes. But Harrison fighting back and not going to be the one to go down here. Looking the lariat, and he picks him up and over. Harrison B, one of the longest tenured employees for the TWF. Oh, he kips back up, collar and elbow tie up, sends him off the ropes. And a flapjack, taking him down. Rogers going to follow Harrison out to the outside here. It's scooped up. The madness is running wild as Thunderbolt Madness is going crazy here. Garrett Rogers looking to regain and put that exclamation point on being the longest running TWF champion. He's currently at a month in his current reign, having one title defense so far. Oh, Harrison B with a sidestep. Garrett Rogers with a step back and a double leg drop kick right into the chest. Harrison B might be gasping for air. Get him his inhaler, buddy. As Garrett Rogers keeps the offense applied, just ruthless offense here. Garrett Rogers taking him up on the shoulder and driving him down to the mat. Harrison B's gonna have to get some reversals in, but not against the champion like this. And Hiroshi as he takes him down. Harrison B kicking out deeply, and Rogers is fed up. He's thinking that he did enough there. What is he gonna have to do to beat this man? The man that is better than money. The OG season. Like the OG start of TWF. That was insane. It was so insane. I can't believe it ended up working. The powerbomb by Garrett Rogers taking him down, and Harrison B kicking out at a deep powerbomb. These two rivals knowing each other in and out. Rogers barely making it with that dive across the ring for funsies. I think that Rogers looking to apply the figure four sharpshooter onto Harrison B. A more technical move. Harrison B has been... Oh, but he gets to the ropes and Rogers has to let him go. Rogers loving that submission special. You know he's got some raw strength as these two are about to trade blows, baby. This is just for the funsies. To jump clear over the ropes and hit someone sitting on the top rope with an RKO. Harrison B going up to Brett's rope, second rope. Kicks Rogers in the back of the head and a shoulder tackle as he turns around. Harrison having that blood coming. It looks like he's busted right on his nose. I do. Remember when Moose was TWF World Heavyweight Champion? A German suplex as he ripcords him and brings him in for that $1 million lariat. The cover. Will Harrison B be able to beat the world champion here tonight? But no, Garrett Rogers kicks out just in the nick of time. Harrison picking him up, twirling him around, getting him a little dizzy, and a power bomb. Referee in position, going for the cover. And Rogers is kicked out once again. Harrison B doing great work here, taking on, oh no. What a flatliner. I don't think Garrett Rogers will be able to kick out of this one. Harrison B beating the world's champion, earning himself, definitely putting him at the top of the rankings here in TWF to get... All right, Harrison, laugh it up, whatever. Gary Rogers fighting his heart out, but just not being able to do it here. Keeping the pressure applied. Harrison just once he felt that crimson mass start pouring down his face, he was upset and he wanted some vengeance. Rogers hit him with everything he had. Maybe if he would have hit him with a thunder driver. You were saying that he was scared to put the title on the line. Oh no. I know by the next episode of TWF there's going to be some crazy. The title will be on the line, and as we come to our next episode of TWF, there will be a main event world title match. Harrison being Garrett Rogers, but I don't know how this is going to go. Garrett Rogers, we'll have to see what his response is in Discord later. Garrett Rogers will let us know what he thinks about his loss here tonight, as he'll have a backstage interview later tonight.
Here's your winner, the hardcore icon,
Harrison B, though, the man, the $1 million man, the man better than money can buy, got the win here tonight over Garrett Rogers. What a win here. Harrison B celebrating a first-time victory and a long-time reappearance in TWF, knowing that he is one of the big dogs and one of the mainstays of TWF, knowing that the electricity is electric every time he steps between that curtain and he comes out. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Give us 1 second. Tyler the Cactus is facing Matthew James here tonight. Matthew James, the current Pure Honor champion. Making his way to the ring. He's going to be facing Tyler the Cactus. Boss is back, and this is his first in-ring match.
The following contest is a handicap match. Introducing first, from Orlando, Florida,
Oh damn! You send a promo who's in the
45 pounds.
Harrison. We have areas in the Discord for the promos. Don't forget. That's what we do all of those. So that way we can build storylines. But I can talk more trash about storylines while we actually have our matches. I will not remember it in the Twitch chat. Twitch chat is just us. Woo, yeah, we're cheering along. We're going. Ooh. But Matthew James, the Pure Honor champion, making his way to the ring right now. Being joined by Odious T. Walker in his corner. He's going to be going one-on-one with Tyler the Cactus. Carl, that kills people. Matthew James celebrating with that Pure Honor championship, refusing to defend it against anybody. Seems like nobody wants the belt. Nobody wants the Matthew James, the belt that Matthew James has. Or does Matthew James doesn't even want that belt. Tyler the Cactus making his way out here tonight. First time in ring competition in over 3 months for the Cactus.
And their opponent from San Antonio,
The coalition
Texas, weighing in at
is joining him. We have Sal Perkins, the man that keeps the eye on the back of that keeps Agu in check and knows what he needs and helps take care of, gives everything that he needs. Agu, the Nigerian 7'1" monster that the Cactus found, and the Cactus found said he has one more person that is joining the coalition besides the one and only Puff Lord of O Block, Troy Nolan. The Cactus Coalition is getting ready. Man, the next PLEs. Whenever I get a Sunday off, the Cactus fired up for this one. The bells are about to ring here, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a second. Somebody is making their way to the ring. Who is this? Who did the Cactus bring to TWF? Who is this man?
And from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 286 pounds.
Brock Lesnar entering the fray of TWF. What a journey of we did not expect Brock Lesnar to join TWF here and join the Cactus Coalition as he's coming in. Oh my god, there's a fucking fly in my house. Get out of here. The Cactus said he's pulling out all the stops to stop all the jabronis. Orc Laser is here and he's fired up and he's going to be working with the Cactus and the Cactus Coalition along with Agu and Troy Nolan. Sal Perkins, a very influential mouthpiece for the
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Matthew James did not expect Brock Lesnar to be in this match and join and work with the Cactus here in TWF. The Cactus said that he had a trick up his sleeve to get some revenge on Matthew James as he points to the crowd and he's like, yeah, it feels good to be back here. As Brock Lesnar now, Matthew James immediately coming to attack the man that he tried to take out so he could take control of TWF. Brock Lesnar going for a quick pinfall. Agu, a student of the game, watching as Sal Perkins getting ecstatic, watching the boss in action, taking on Matthew James, trying to get the revenge that he so rightfully deserves. Brock Lesnar going out there. Oh, I guess Cactus isn't doing a suicide dive. Matthew James, collar and elbow tie up by the Cactus. His Orc Laser might be a little rusty, and a shoulder breaker. And Matthew keeping in top ring shape at all time. You know that this has got to be bad. And a super kick right into the gut and right to the face. The Cactus looking like the Young Bucks, grabbing that Singapore cane. Cracking Matthew James right over the top with that Singapore cane, and Matthew takes a Desperado Lariat turned inside out. As Brock Lesnar breaks it over the top of his head. Brock Lesnar going for a lariat, trying to crush Matthew James, but he can't take down the beast. But bumps him under the barricade, and Matthew taking some time to taunt as he turns his attention from Brock Lesnar to the boss. Both are equally inopportune to look at as Brock Lesnar is telling him it's time, bro. Matthew James going for that lariat. Sal Perkins removing the turnbuckle. Matthew James seeing that the cards are stacked against him here. Matthew James taking a beating from Brock Lesnar and the Cactus here. Agu watching onwards. Is the Cactus threatening to crack the skull of Matthew James wide open here tonight. Lariat and a desperado lariat by the Cactus on the outside. Sal Perkins and Agu cheering on the boss as we see Brock Lesnar ready for him inside the ring, ready to destroy him. Matthew James not knowing what to do. The Cactus bringing in all the stops. The beasts of TWF, the Cactus Coalition. Luthez pressed by Matthew James, taking down the Cactus. Agu and Sal Perkins cheering on. ODST Walker looking at his client, trying to make sure that he is investing in the right side. Brock Lesnar going for a cover, using the ropes. The Cactus bringing in all the stops here to make sure that he's going to keep the man who stopped him down. Brock Lesnar making his debut to TWF, part of the Cactus Coalition. Man, the Cactus said he was bringing out all the stops here in TWF. That Desperado Lariat on the outside. As Brock is just waiting for that. Sal and Agu arguing on the outside here, watching this as I think Sal even just said, "Man, just use the rope, pin Matthew James, prove that you guys we made our point here. He's not gonna beat us."
And the Beast, Brock.
The Beast Brock is back in wrestling, and he is part of TWF, ladies and gentlemen. As we move on to our semi-main event match, Puff Lord of O'Block is going to be having a one-on-one match against none other than R-Truth. So what's up?
Y'all know what time it is. This the part where we crank it up. Let's crank it up. Now here we go.
People over there, what's up?
You feel me? Stand up and say,
Hey, what's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? You can get with this, or you can get with that. You better get with this, cause this is where it's at. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? See, I be skipping and jumping, leaving the competition. I make them disappear like your favorite magician. And I ride it till the wheel fall off. I bounce back to back till their necks get soft. Most of the time you see me, I'm being simple. Then times I'll be busting them up like a pimple. Stating my claim to fame. To be one of the baddest young brothers step foot in this game. And I haven't even started yet. You can better believe I take it off the show shot bet. What's up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
A lot of the big name wrestlers like the Hardy Boys and Brock were made by Puff Lord guys. So shout out. I mean, honestly, I would have done it if it wasn't such a good remake.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at
Puff Lord.
305 pounds.
Puff Lord ended up having a cup of coffee spilled on him by R-Truth, so he's like, "Man, I want R-Truth in the ring tonight." And he said and R-Truth said that's what's up. The Puff Lord of O-Block, we saw him attack and beat up Dylan Storm after his match tonight. We'll see if he has enough energy in the tank to go one-on-one with R-Truth here. Troy Nolan versus R-Truth. Predictions going live here, ladies and gentlemen. Puff Lord doing the Puff Lord of O-Block doing a lot of damage to Dylan Storm backstage after losing his U.S. title, and he's been on a warpath looking for a chance to get back to that and get some momentum behind him before he goes back to face Dylan Storm. R-Truth not realizing the extent of what he got himself into after spilling some coffee on him. You can see the determination in the eyes, but R-Truth not willing to give up yet. He's fighting tooth and nail to take down the Puff Lord warrior of O-Block. Troy Nolan just pushing R-Truth off and just giving him a stiff kick to the head. Also, you also heard backstage that Troy Nolan said he stands with the Cactus Coalition. Being aligned with Agu, Tyler the Cactus, and Brock Lesnar. And this man has quite the backing behind him. And Sal Perkins able to talk them all and keep all those egos in check is quite the thing. Kicks him right in the chest. Taking him down, but doesn't quite knock him out. R-Truth went for it all and looks like it didn't pay off as a Puff Lord of O-Block getting ready to keep applying more pressure. And oh my God, slams him on just right on that barricade, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Our main event match of the evening is a Women's World Championship matchup tonight. Facebuster by Troy Nolan onto R-Truth, but R-Truth keeps keeping up with him. I guess this is why R-Truth fought John Cena for that World's Heavyweight Championship on Saturday Night Main Event. They kept up. Land him off the ropes. Off the ropes goes Puff Lord. No Black Warrior. Just stopping whatever R-Truth had in mind. And oh, he's hitting it with the O-Block driver. It's done. It's done. R-Truth is not kicking out of this one. R-Truth fought as valiantly, but they're cheering. They love the O-Block driver. R-Truth might be dead, but we'll go get him checked up and we'll have to go get him checked out in the the medical room. Troy Nolan on a warpath with the Cactus Coalition, wants that United States title at any means necessary, and he wants to keep the TWF's power under Cactus. Harrison, Puff Lord wants to know if you like the Brock. And our main event of the evening, Julia Winters is going to be challenging for that Women's World Championship against Riley Jones, the Queen Riley Jones. If you like the Brock Lesnar that Puffler wanted to know that I love that you've been on a 2-hour phone call. He made that as well as he made the Hardy Boys. Our main event of the evening before we switch gears and we get ready to do our ARCA race at Daytona. That'll actually the race should start in like 2 hours. So that gives us like 2 hours of practice with the ARCA car. Is it open?
I'm on my own, against the wall. The pressure's building, but no, I will never fall. Instead of climb, they hear me roar. And now I think that I'm way better than before. I never needed you at all. When you fall down, I'ma watch you fall down. I'm living large now. I never needed you at all. When I fall down,
How are we gonna practice together? I mean, we could probably join the same practice, but there's not gonna be an ARCA running at like the session opens at 7:30 my time for the league. We'll also need to join the league. I'll also need to add you on iRacing. Julia Winters making her way to the ring here though, looking for that chance to be a women's world champion here tonight.
against the wall. The pressure's building, but no, I will never fall. Instead of climb, they hear me roar. And now I think that I'm way better than before.
The only way I know how to practice together is if we buy a session, which it's 50 cents an hour, and for some reason it won't let me buy a session through Steam. Riley Jones, the TWF Women's World Champion, making her way to the ring, the queen of the ring here, winning that tournament back in April. She's been on fire since the TWF has been running here. Also, we just have to, if we want, we could rent a server. I just don't have a server. I literally have $3 in my account, and I also don't know if you bought the game through Steam. If you bought it through Steam, you also get a bigger tax. The main event of TWF tonight before we switch up to some tagged up racing on iRacing.
Introducing the challenger from New York, Julia McCarthy. And her opponent from West Palm Beach, Florida, the Women's World Champion, Riley Jones.
Riley Jones, the queen of TWF, as well as the Women's World Champion. She's been holding on to that title since April, doing a damn good job of it. This is our main event for TWF before we switch over to some tagged up racing. We're going to try to run a server. The springboard cutter taking down Julia Winters right away at the start of this match. We're trying to break her neck quickly. Julia Winters going up to the top rope. Riley Jones fighting against Julia Winters as Winters bounces off the ropes, a leapfrog, and Riley kicks legs out from under her. This is some fine women's wrestling, a main event. I mean, honestly, if you just want to get it for an hour, because then we can go run some rookies. We could run some rookie races as well. Get you, I mean, I have really low SR and ovals, so I don't know. I'll also have to switch into the fast lane VC. For some reason, since I paid through everything through my Steam account, it won't let me buy a server, which is really stupid. I'll also have to add you on iRacing. We'll get all that set up too real quick. Overlay. The 10 count, as Riley is not looking good here to answer this, but she's back up at a 12 count on the outside of the ring. Julia waiting for her to get in. Referee gets taken out, miscalculated by Riley Jones, as we see Julia taking advantage of the downed ref and elbowed right to the back. Oh my God, just that cross arm across the face, looking like she might want to get another one. Oh, frog splash from second rope, no. Also, Harrison, don't forget to set up trade-in paints for iRacing. Turned inside out. The cover here. Riley Jones able to get back up. Referee's counting slower after that big knockout. Feeling groggy in the ring. Julia Winters looking like she might have the win here, and the title might be in her hands over Riley Jones. Riley Jones losing her title. 7 defenses with that Women's World Championship, and she loses it here tonight on defense number 8. Unfortunate for her. Doing a great job. The queen, you know she's got to want that badly. And that, what a main event here for TWF. Guys, what a TWF Turbo it has been. Turbo hasn't, the B show for any major wrestling show has not felt this important in a long time. As this one has hit all the marks with a debut of Brock Lesnar, the in-ring debut of Agu, the Cactus returning to in-ring competition. We also saw Troy Nolan jump Dylan Storm backstage. It was the chaos and pandemonium. The Dudley Boys challenged the Queen's Bloodline. The Queen's Bloodline is seeming to be on fire here as Kobe and Rico are the tag team champions, and Julia is the Women's World Champion.
Here is your winner, and new Women's World Champion,
Julia McCarthy, the women's world champion. Something she has been aiming to do since she's gotten in TWF, and it's always just eluded her. She's a women's US champion, and now she's finally done it. She has finally climbed to the top of the mountain here in the women's division and won that women's title here against the queen, Riley Jones. TWF, Nathan Hammerstone challenged Dylan Storm for the television championship, and the division was not secured here tonight. Yuri Chachapana won a three-way dance against Patty Nolan and Stephanie Van Kier. Dylan Storm and Troy Nolan did battle backstage where Troy Nolan walked away, just proving that he wants that US title back more than anything. Sean Spears and Agu did battle, and Agu proved that he is the real big dog here. Jeff Hardy couldn't get the job done against Brandon Galaxy for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. Fergus Sunbridge and Stan Hansen had a banger of a match. And then we saw the tag team of the Dudley Boys take on the Queen's Bloodline for the tag team titles. Team Ski representing the Queen's Bloodline here. Emily Mortis beat Olivia Vargas in a one-on-one match. Harrison B beat the World's Heavyweight Champion in a one-on-one match. ODST Walker and Matthew James just took a beating to Tyler the Cactus and Brock Lesnar making his in-ring debut, guys. R-Truth making an appearance for TWF got his clock rang by the O-Block Warrior Troy Nolan. And Julia Winters was crowned your new women's world champion here tonight. What an exciting night for TWF, ladies and gentlemen. This is one for the books. I'm going to end the stream real quick, and I'm going to set up my wheel so we can get ready for some iRacing. Give me like 3 to 5 minutes.